As we find ourselves awash in a sea of economic data points and projections, it's easy to get lost in the cacophony of numbers and percentages. Yet, at its core, the economy is not just a dry collection of statistics. It is the beating heart of our society, a reflection of our collective hopes, fears, and aspirations. In the wake of the recent jobs report and growing calls for decisive action from the Federal Reserve, I found myself pondering the deeper undercurrents that shape our economic realities. What lies beneath the surface-level discussions of interest rates and monetary policy? What are the stories we tell ourselves about work, prosperity, and the pursuit of the American dream? As I embarked on this exploration, I couldn't help but be reminded of the words of that great sage of our time, Mick Jagger, who once crooned, "You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometime, you just might find you get what you need." It's a sentiment that rings true in the realm of economics, where our desires for growth and stability often collide with the harsh realities of an ever-changing global landscape. The economists surveyed by Bloomberg paint a picture of cautious optimism, with the majority predicting a modest quarter-point decrease in interest rates come September. It's a measured approach, one that betrays a certain pragmatism in the face of economic headwinds. After all, as the late, great John Maynard Keynes once quipped, "When the facts change, I change my mind." What do you do, sir? Yet, there are dissenting voices in the chorus, with some Wall Street heavyweights calling for more dramatic action. The siren song of a jumbo rate cut beckons, a bold move that would undoubtedly send shockwaves through the financial markets. It's a high-stakes gamble, one that carries with it both the promise of economic rejuvenation and the specter of unintended consequences. At the heart of this debate lies a fundamental tension, one that has long plagued the corridors of power and the halls of economic theory. On one side, we have the champions of stability, those who favor a steady hand on the tiller, a gradual and measured approach to navigating the choppy waters of the global economy. They are the proponents of what might be called the tortoise philosophy, steadfast in their belief that slow and steady wins the race. On the other hand, we have the bold visionaries, the hares of the economic world, who see opportunity in crisis and advocate for swift, decisive action. They are the risk-takers, the ones who would rather swing for the fences than play it safe, convinced that fortune favors the bold. It's a clash of ideologies that cuts to the very core of how we define success and progress. Do we prioritize short-term gains at the risk of long-term instability? Or do we embrace a more measured approach, sacrificing immediate gratification for the promise of sustained growth? As I pondered these questions, I found myself drawn to the words of the great American philosopher, Ralph Waldo Emerson, who once said, "A foolish consistency is the hobgoblin of little minds." Perhaps, in the realm of economics, as in life, the wisest course lies not in dogmatic adherence to any single philosophy, but rather in a willingness to adapt, to evolve, to embrace the nuances and complexities of the ever-changing landscape. For is not the economy itself a living, breathing organism, constantly in flux, responding to the ebb and flow of human activity, shaped by the collective actions and aspirations of millions upon millions of individuals? It is a tapestry woven from the threads of innovation, risk, and resilience, a grand improvisation in which we are all players, each contributing our own unique melodies to the grand symphony. As I delved deeper into the economic data and projections, I couldn't help but be struck by the profound humanity that underpins it all. Behind every statistic, every projection, every call for action or restraint, lie the stories of real people, the small business owner struggling to keep her doors open, the single mother working multiple jobs to make ends meet, the recent graduate dreaming of a future filled with promise and possibility. It is these stories, these human narratives, that truly give meaning and substance to the dry numbers and percentages that fill our economic reports. For what is a GDP figure or an unemployment rate, if not a reflection of the collective hopes, struggles, and aspirations of a nation? In this light, the debate over interest rates and monetary policy takes on a deeper significance, for it is not merely a matter of financial minutiae, but rather a reflection of our collective values and priorities. Do we prioritize short-term gains at the expense of long-term stability? Do we embrace bold action at the risk of unintended consequences? Or do we chart a steady course, sacrificing immediate gratification for the promise of sustained growth? These are not merely economic questions, but moral and philosophical ones, inextricably tied to our deeper understanding of what it means to live a life of purpose and meaning in a world of finite resources and ever-shifting realities. As I wrestled with these profound questions, I found myself drawn to the wisdom of another great thinker, the ancient Greek philosopher Heraclitus, who famously declared, "No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river and he's not the same man." In many ways, this maxim encapsulates the very essence of the economic experience, for the river of commerce and industry is ever-flowing, ever-changing, shaped by the eddies and currents of human endeavor and innovation. To navigate these waters successfully, we must embrace a certain fluidity of thought, a willingness to adapt and evolve, to shed outmoded assumptions and embrace new paradigms. It is this spirit of adaptability, this willingness to embrace change and uncertainty, that has long been the hallmark of the American economic experience. From the pioneers who tamed the wilderness to the entrepreneurs who ushered in the digital age, our nation's history is a testament to the power of human ingenuity and resilience in the face of adversity. And so, as we grapple with the complexities of monetary policy and economic forecasting, let us not lose sight of the deeper truths that lie at the heart of our endeavors. For the economy is not merely a collection of numbers and statistics, but a living, breathing tapestry woven from the threads of human aspiration, innovation, and perseverance. In this light, the calls for bold action or measured restraint take on a deeper resonance, for they speak not merely to the mechanics of interest rates and inflation targets, but to our collective vision of what it means to build a just and prosperous society, one that nurtures the hopes and dreams of all its citizens. As we navigate the choppy waters of the global economy, let us embrace the wisdom of those who have gone before us, those who have weathered storms and sailed through uncharted seas. Let us draw inspiration from the words of the great American poet Walt Whitman, who wrote, "Afoot and light-hearted, I take to the open road, healthy, free, the world before me, the long brown path before me, leading wherever I choose." For in the end, the path we choose, whether bold or cautious, swift or measured, will be shaped not merely by the dictates of economic theory, but by the strength of our collective spirit, our willingness to embrace change and uncertainty, and our unwavering commitment to building a better tomorrow for all. So let us step forth with courage and conviction, guided by the wisdom of the ages and the boundless potential of human ingenuity. For in the grand tapestry of the American experience, the true measure of our success lies not in the fleeting numbers and projections, but in the enduring legacy we leave for generations yet to come. The economy, like life itself, is a grand improvisation, a symphony of hopes and dreams, triumphs and setbacks, all woven together into a rich and vibrant tapestry. And as we navigate the ever-shifting currents of commerce and industry, let us do so with a deep reverence for the profound humanity that lies at its core, for it is in embracing our shared aspirations that we truly unlock the path to a brighter, more prosperous future for all.